One eternity later.
Hey, look, no. It's no piece. Let's gotta do your eyebrow.
Every dog needs a lady, and every dog needs a down ass bitch. Feel me? Every dog needs a lady. Baby, I'm convinced you my down ass bitch. Baby, say yeah. Baby, say yeah. If you lie for me, like you loving me. Baby, say yeah. Baby, say yeah. If you die for me, like you cry for me. Baby, say yeah. Baby, say yeah. If you kill for me, like you come for me. Baby, say yeah. Baby, say yeah. Girl, I'm for me. You my down. I know that you're loving me, 'cause you thug with me, who bust slugs for me. My baby, who gon' kill for you, like I comfort you. Who else but the rule? You feel me? Girl, when we connect the dots, we hit the spot. Twin bins, you ride hard, I ride driving to make it better. Baby got the Nina Beretta tucked low, when I'm 2 cars back with the 4-4. And it freaks your ass on your mama's couch, that's what us thugs be bout. You know me. And when I pray for love, baby pray for us who celebrates the thugs. My lady, got me sick, capital gains when I spit 16. Well, the bars are 16s and the doors are cars.
come alive again. Alive again. Oh, you make me feel like I'm alive again. Said I can't go on, not in this way. I'm a dream that died by light of day. Gonna hold up half the sky and say, only I own me. And I feel my heart beating. I feel my heart underneath my skin. Oh, I can feel my heart beating. 'Cause you make me feel like I'm alive again. Alive again. Oh, you make me feel like I'm alive again.
Hi everyone.
Family and friends of Jonathan and Ingrid, soon to be Pujol. Welcome to this significant moment in their lives. Today we celebrate their individuality, their uniqueness, and the essence of their relationship. And if you spent any amount of time with either John or Ingrid or them together, you will know that they are nothing short of a wildly unpredictable and unique couple. Now, I know some of you might be wondering, what are my qualities that allow me to officiate this wedding? I know there are questions, but there's an easy answer. I've been there for the weddings of Phoebe and Mike, Monica and Chandler, Chuck and Blair, Max, Well, and Fran. But more importantly, I've been there for Corey and Topanga. We are now here today, though, more importantly, because I have been there from the very beginning of their relationship, before either one of them even wanted to go public or admit that they were dating. And that is why I am here today, and I'm the most capable person of handling this ceremony. David Solano, not Serrano, Alesso, Benny Benassi are words that might not mean nothing to any of you. However, those were the DJs that played in the background of the night of June 29th, where Ingrid and Jonathan first met at Dayglow, 8 paint party nonetheless. Remember when I said they were a unique and wildly unpredictable couple? That should already give you an idea from where this started. And I've known them from that moment up until this very point, where we are about to bind them in the institution of marriage. Now, since June 29th, we've seen their relationship grow and develop. But more importantly, there's a song that came to mind, and it simply goes like this. Do the dance, D-A-N-C-E, 1, 2, 3, 4, fight. Stick to the B-E-A-Ts, get ready to ignite. Justice essentially ignited their relationship further when Jonathan decided on December 31st, technically January 1st, to ask Ingrid to marry him.
Best decision of his life.
Music has always played a very important role in their relationship, and it still is to this very day. But I think that it is time that we finally get around to binding these two in marriage so they can finally get around to taking those dances as a married couple. Now, there are a few people, though, who did want to have a handful of readings and address the couple prior. I would like to first call up Victor.
Where should he stand? Where should he stand?
He's right here.
All right. No mic needed. So I'm Victor Garcia, for most of you that don't know. Jonathan picked me to speak here tonight because we have two things in common. We both share the common spotlight. We love the attention on us. And we both like to speak to large crowds of people, or many people, whether it be one at a time. But today I'm here to speak about something that you actually can't grab. It's a thing called love. As above and beyond said, you live your life just once, so don't forget about a thing called love. I was able to watch Ingrid and Jonathan live their life together, and it's a blessing in itself. You guys are actually the first couple, the first couple I have that are really close to me to get married. And I know it's a time when we all get married. We're at a quarter century, and I love you guys very much. Before I break down a little bit more, I love you guys so much, and I wish to be with you while you guys live the rest of your life together.
Definitely.
I like your faces.
Next up, I would like to call Isabella, Ingrid's not favorite sister. That's Victoria.
I'm the favorite sister. And I'm here to read something that I took a lot of time to research, and it is by my favorite book, Winnie the Pooh. Winnie! Pooh whispered Piglet. Yes, Piglet replied Pooh. Nothing. I just wanted to be sure of you. We'll be friends forever, won't we, Pooh? Asked Piglet. Even longer, Pooh answered. If ever there is a tomorrow when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I'll always be with you, said Pooh. If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live without you, said Piglet. It's so much friendlier with two. Pooh, promise me you won't forget about me, ever. Not even when I am 100. Pooh thought for a little. How old shall I be then? 99, Piglet answered. Pooh nodded. I promise, he said. Some people care too much. I think it's called love, Pooh said. How do you spell love, asked Piglet. You don't spell it, you feel it, said Pooh.
Glad you took that
That one got me.
And then we would like to call up Carla, Ingrid's mother. And mine too on occasion.
It's not that official. A mother thing.
Oh.
I wasn't allowed to give a speech. They just told me to do a reading. So I guess I will stick to the script.
Dios mío.
Oh boy, I need my glasses. I need my glasses, I can see.
Age is getting up there.
The voice of my beloved. Behold, he comes, leaping upon the mountains, bounding over the hills. My beloved is like a gazelle. Behold, there he stands, behind our wall, gazing in at the window, looking through the lattice. My beloved speaks and says to me, Arise, my love, my dove, my fair one, and come away. For behold, the winter is past, the rain is over and gone. The flowers appear on the earth. The time is pruning has come, and the voice of the true love is heard in our land. The fig trees put forth its figs, and the vines are in blossom. They give forth fragrance. Arise, my love, my fair one, and come away. O my dove, in the cleft of the rock, in the covert of the cliff, let me see your face. Let me hear your voice, for your voice is sweet and your face is comely. Catches the foxes, the little foxes, that spoil the vineyard. For our vineyards are in blossom. My beloved is mine, and I am his. He pastures his flocks among the lilies until the day breathes and the shadows flee. Turn, my beloved, be like a gazelle in the rugged mountains. The word of the Lord.
And finally, I have a short story to tie everything together. Ingrid and Jonathan often refer to each other as best friends. I've always found it incredibly questionable because I never agreed with the fact that your significant other could be your best friend. Here, looking at both of them, that I'm willing to admit defeat and admit that your significant other may well be your best friend. Because every day I hang out with the both of them, they grow closer and closer together. Now we're gonna move on to the intent of marriage and make sure that neither of them are here by coercion. Will you, Jonathan, take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Will you, Ingrid, take Jonathan to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty fair. Now it is time for the moment that both Jonathan and Ingrid have been dreading.
Yeah.
It is the moment for them to share their vows with each other and the rest of you. Typically, it's in tradition to allow the male to go first, but I don't know if Jonathan can hold it together that long.
I'd rather do it first.
So we're gonna actually give in and let him go first.
Okay. It's probably gonna be really bad. Ingrid, I promise to always be there when you need me, even when it's as simple as figuring out the math on what to tip our waiter. I promise to give you everything that you've ever wanted and more, although I don't think we get a baby pig in our apartment. I promise to create a life full of happiness and laughter. You could throw in a couple ugly cries too. I promise to dance with you like no one's watching, even though I know everyone is watching. I promise to always think that every inch of you is beautiful, from the single freckle on your lip to your abnormally huge butt, or like you would say, thick with 2 C's. I promise to snuggle you as often as possible, but don't quote me on that because it just gets too hot sometimes. I promise to listen to your advice, as I've already learned that you're always going to be right.
This is going to be a good marriage.
I promise to never be mad at you, even when you leave the top off the toothpaste and make it dry up, because I hate that, so don't do it. I promise to be the support system that you need, as you're going to single-handedly destroy the patriarchy and become the first woman president of the U.S. True. I promise to admire how hard you work and how much you love, because you really do inspire me to be the best version of me I can be. People say that in love and marriage, there will always be hard times and rough patches, but I know that you and I can always put our heads together and figure out where we'd like to go both eat to dinner.
I got it.
Thank you. I'm truly lucky to be here right now, looking at the most beautiful girl in the room, the whole wide room. Ingrid, I promise to love you forever.
So Jonathan told me that he wasn't going to write something long, so not to write something long, and I listened to him. Jonathan, there isn't much to say that you haven't already heard, but today I make these promises to you with our friends and family as witnesses. I promise not to watch the next episode without you. And I vow to love you even as you scan through all of the movies without actually picking one. I promise to be your dance partner for life, and I also promise not to judge you when you're ordering a quesadilla at 4 in the morning. I promise to close the closet door every night as long as you promise to be the big spoon.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
But I, Ingrid, take you, Jonathan, to be no one other than yourself, to be my lifelong friend and my most cherished companion. I promise to respect you as a person, a partner, and an equal, and I freely give to you all of my love, dedication, and commitment. I promise to be your escape and offer my arms as your shelter through all of life's challenges and darkest moments. I promise to nourish you body, mind, and soul as we grow together side by side into the best versions of ourselves. With an open mind, heart, spirit, and a sense of pure amazement, I take you to be my husband in this journey called life forever, even though forever with you just won't be long enough.
We're gonna need a bit of help from Pacheco during this part. Pacheco.
It's stuck?
Alejandro, are you trying to upshow Pacheco?
There we go.
Pacheco, can you please give Jonathan Ingrid's ring? Jonathan, repeat after me. Today, I place this ring on your finger.
Today I place this ring on your finger.
It symbolizes the bond that is never ending.
It symbolizes the bond that is never ending.
But when you need to know the depth of my love
But when you need to know the depth of my love
for you, look not to the ring,
look not to the ring,
but into my heart.
but into my heart. Oh, okay.
Pacheco, may you please pass Ingrid Jonathan's ring?
Extra large.
Ingrid, repeat after me. Today, I place this ring on your finger.
Today, I place this ring on your finger.
It symbolizes the bond that is never ending.
It symbolizes the bond that is never ending.
But when you need to know the depth of my love for you,
But when you need to know the depth of my love for you,
look not to the ring,
look not to the ring,
but into my heart.
but into my heart.
There's so much moving in there.
Now, by the power invested in me by the state of Florida and the American Association of Notaries, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may now share your first kiss as a married couple. I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Pujol.
Girl, put your love on me, 'cause I won't let you down. I won't let you down. We'll be singing. Girl, put your love on me. I feel it all around. I feel it all around. We'll be singing. We'll be singing. Put your love on me, 'cause I won't let you down. I won't let you down. We'll be singing. Girl, put your love on me. I feel it all around. I feel it all around. We'll be singing. We'll be singing. We'll be singing. Girl, put your love on me, 'cause I won't let you down. I won't let you down. We'll be singing. Girl, put your love on me. I feel it all around. I feel it all around. We'll be singing. We'll be singing.
Put your love on me, 'cause I won't let you down. I won't let you down. We'll be singing. Girl, put your love on me. I feel it all around. I feel it all around.
gonna start off with a number. This number is 1,778. Does anybody know what that number means? No. Good guess, but no. 1,778. No. Close, but no. That's how many days Jonathan and Ingrid have known each other. 1,778. How do I know this? Because I was there with them when they first met. Story goes, I'll keep it as short as possible, I promise. Story goes, Jonathan and I were at a concert, we're at a party, we're having a great time. A dance circle forms. Jonathan and I, being Jonathan and I, we got to be in the middle of it. So we start dancing. We're having a good time. I kid you not, Jonathan grabs my arm and he says something. He doesn't say, oh, this girl's beautiful, this girl over there, she's hot. And I'm like, Jonathan, okay, so what are you going to go do about it? Like, go dance with her. And he's like, no, I'm not going to dance with her. I need to talk to her too. So I go right. I was like, dude, text her, whatever. So let's fast forward a couple weeks. Not even a month, a couple weeks. I'm with Jonathan, and I remember this perfectly. We're in the Taco Bell drive-thru. We're in his red Jeep, and we're talking. I follow up with this girl. I'm like, hey, Jonathan, have you been talking to this girl? And Jonathan's like, have I been talking to her? I can't stop talking to her. This girl, I'm talking to this girl. I've seen her once, and, bro, it feels like I've known her for years. This girl's like my best friend. And at that moment, that's when I knew that I had lost Jonathan to some random girl that he met at a concert. But I was like, you know what, it's cool. I'll go with the flow, whatever, it's cool. So we fast forward a couple months, and Jonathan and Ingrid, they're a thing. They're official, they're dating, they're boyfriend and girlfriend. And it's great. All of Jonathan's friends, we get along with Ingrid perfectly. I get along with Ingrid awesome. Okay. Every single last one of Jonathan's friends gets along with Ingrid except for Robert Navarro. So if you guys want to give him a hard time about that later, you can. Jonathan gets along with Ingrid, everything's cool. All right, let's fast forward a little bit more. A couple more years, they're getting serious. But never once did I stop to think and tell Jonathan, like, you know, is this the one? Is this and that? I don't know why. I just didn't. Like, we never talked about it. I think it's because I knew. So whatever. The next number I want to throw at you, the first one's 1,778. The next number is 497. Does anybody know why this number has any significance? Bingo. So on January 1st, 2016, Jonathan decided to take a big leap in his relationship and asked Ingrid to be his wife. Now, when I found, everybody knows he was in New York, this and that, whatever. When I found out about the news, I texted Jonathan, but I didn't tell him congrats, not congratulations. You know what I told him? I told him it's about time. Because I knew it was going to happen. All of you guys, we probably, everybody knew it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. It was inevitable. So when he comes back, you know, I congratulate him. We talk about it, whatever, everything's cool. And, you know, it's great. Everything's good. Now let's rewind to about 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, when stuff starts getting interesting. I start telling my friends, oh, I'm going to Vegas for a bachelor party. All my friends and my acquaintances that know Jonathan, that don't know Jonathan, my coworkers, this and that, I'm like, hey, I'm going to a bachelor party. And for the record, before I continue, the girls were in New York last week while we were in our bachelor party. They were in their bachelorette party. For the record, they probably had twice as much fun as we did, okay? Because the guys, you know, we went out, we went to the casino, we had dinner, we had a very relaxed time, you know? But I heard the girls got a little wild. But that's a topic of conversation for another time. We'll talk about that another time. So the girls win there. Anyways, another story. I'm talking to my boss because I need to get the days off for Vegas. I need to get Friday and Monday off. And I'm talking to her. I'm sitting down. I'm like, hey, one of my close buddies, he's getting married, and we're going to the bachelor party. And she's like, oh, yeah, like, you know, who is this guy? How old is he? This and that. Is he older? This and that. I'm like, no, he's my age. He's 24. And she was like, 24? He's getting married at 24? That's such a young age, especially nowadays, to get married. Are you sure? You know, he knows what he's doing, this and that. I'm like, am I sure? I can't think of another couple, because right now it's not just Jonathan. It's Jonathan and Ingrid together as a couple. I can't think of another couple that's more ready to get married than Jonathan and Ingrid. I don't care if they're 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old. Jonathan and Ingrid at 24 years old, they're more ready to get married than anybody else I know. So I explain to her exactly what I just explained to you guys, and she goes, wow, I understand. You know what? You get those days off for Vegas. If you want more, you get them off. I didn't need them because Vegas was boring. So, you know, whatever. So now, we fast forward until now. There's another special number that I need to tell you guys about. Does anybody know what this number is? No. But if you want it, you guys can ask. I'll give it to you. No. This next number is 0. Does anybody know why the number is 0? Because today is 0, and tomorrow is number 1, and Sunday is number 2. So tomorrow starts the first day of the rest of their lives, okay? But the 1,778 days, they did it on their own. From here on out, from 0 to whatever they get to infinity, they can't do it alone. They need us together. Everybody here that's invited, I know you guys have a special place in Jonathan and Ingrid's heart. That's why you guys are here. So I know that you guys will always be here for Jonathan and Ingrid, whether it be through marriage or life. With that being said, I want to tell you, Jonathan, I love you. Ingrid, I feel the same way. You guys are the best. If you ever need me, you know, I'm here. And before we get started, I know you guys are hungry. I said we'll keep it short, but I didn't. I needed to talk. Sorry. Before I get started, I need help from one person in the audience to get this stuff started for the reception. Anybody? Nobody wants to help me? I need somebody to help me bring them out.
Rat Boy Rob and Ashley Picasso. In the 2 spot on deck, we have in the hole, we have Rodolfo and Andrea. In the cleanup spot, our heavy hitters, we have Gilbert and Veronica. Number 5, we have Adele and Vanessa. Number 6, we have Juan. We have Ingrid's second boyfriend and Jonathan's second girlfriend, Francisco Pacheco. Number Numbers and Destiny. Number 10, Sarah. Put your hands together for our newlywed couple, Mr. and Mrs. Pujols. Bride and the groom will share their very first dance together.
I got my eyes on you. Everything I see, I want your hot love and emotion. Endlessly, I can't get over you. You left your mark on me, I want your hot love and emotion. Endlessly, 'cause you're a good girl and you know it. You act so different around me. Yes, you're a good girl and you know it. I know exactly who you could be. Just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Just hold on, we're going home. I got my eyes on you. You're everything I see. I want your heart, love, and emotion. Endlessly, I can't get over you. You left your mark on me. I want your heart, love, and emotion. Endlessly, 'cause you're a good girl and you know it. You act so different around me. Yes, you're a good girl and you know it. I know exactly who you could be. Just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Just hold on, we're going home. You're the girl, you're the one. I give you everything I love. I think that's something, baby. I think that's something. Just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home. It's hard to do these things alone. Just hold on, we're going home.
Know there's a light that goes by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat.
Childhood starshine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church 'cause your mama says to. Visit grandpa every chance that you can. It won't be wasted time. Always stay humble and kind. Oh, the door said please, said thank you. No steal, no cheating, no lie. I know you got mountains to climb. Always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in
please, listen up. Wait a second. This is the wedding vows. I'm not gonna read the same thing. That's not original. I mean, I'll do it. I don't care. I'll do anything. Anything for Jonathan and Ingrid. Here it comes. It's 2 pages. Oh, it's 3 pages. All right. As you can tell, I've been crying the whole night, so this is not going to be easy. It's so weird hearing my voice over there as I speak over here. So sorry. Okay. Buenas noches, damas y caballeros. Voy a empezar en español para que me entiendan los abuelos. Y después voy a decir todo lo que Jonathan no me dijo que diga delante de su abuela. ¿Ok? Eso lo voy a decir en inglés, así que perdón. ¿Ok? Te queremos mucho. ¿Ok? Gracias. Ok, entonces mira, anoche nosotros venimos aquí, practicamos lo que íbamos a hacer en el día de hoy y después fuimos a comer. En el camino a la casa solo era yo y Jonathan y él me miró y me preguntó, ¿ya tú tienes listo lo que vas a decir? En inglés, claro, él no habla español. Y yo le dije, claro que sí. Era una mentira, ¿ok? Llegué a la noche como a la 1 de la mañana, me acosté en la cama y dije, yo tengo que preparar esto, así que vamos a ponernos a escribir. Y bueno, y mira, esto es lo que hice. Aquí va. Por favor, dime suerte, porque esto no está fácil. Ok, de verdad, quiero empezar con lo más importante en la noche de hoy, y eso es lo bello que está mi mejor amiga aquí al lado de mí. De verdad. Y Carla, la mamá de Ingrid, you look beautiful as well. We know who she got her from tonight, so thank you for Ingrid. I really appreciate that. Okay, what part am I by? And, all right. Honestly, I also want to thank everybody from out of town and anybody that had to come a long way, because we know that it took a sacrifice for you guys to get here, and it's not easy. We know you guys care a lot about them, and on behalf of the Pujol family, we really appreciate everything here. I'm part of the family, so I could speak for them. They don't care. All right? All right. So, all right. For those who don't know me, my bad. I forgot to introduce myself. So I'm Francisco Pacheco, but you can just call me Pacheco because nobody knows who Francisco is here. All right. So let me quickly tell you the story of how I met Jonathan over here, because I know that's what everybody came for tonight. Everybody came here for me and Jonathan. All right. The story of me and Jonathan, how we became friends. 9th grade, first class ever in high school. I'm sitting next to Rob. Rob's actually sitting over there. He's another one of our good friends. And we're sitting in 9th grade, and we look to the side, and walks in a 45-year-old man. This is Rob. Yeah. 9th grade, since day one. So, like I said, we're sitting down, and walks in this 45-year-old man into a 9th grade class with a beard and a mohawk that's touching the roof of the class. And we're just like, what is this? This is high school? Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. Whatever. I knew Rob from before, so we looked at each other. We ignored him, so we're just trying to play it safe because we care about our lives. And whatever. Fast forward about. I'm not gonna do what Steven did. I'm not gonna start fast forwarding and then rewinding. Next day, 9:00 at night, I walk into Office Depot on 137th and 88th. Whoever lives around that area knows what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, 137. And then I look to the side and I see the same 45-year-old man standing next to me. I felt like he was following me. I didn't really know what was happening. But you know, I thought he was just probably buying supplies for his kids or something. I went there with my mom because I needed to get my supplies. I'm a 9th grader, you know, I don't have kids like him. And then, oh man, I keep losing where I'm at. Okay, so I thought to myself, oh, he's probably buying supplies. I already said that part. Okay, so, okay, we made eye contact, that's right. I looked at him, he looked at me. He has really nice eyes, so I had to look at him. And shout out your eyes. So I looked at him, he looked at me, and we recognized each other. I mean, I kind of had hair too, you know. I'm not like Rob. Rob took all of high school. I had hair. So we looked at each other, we started talking, we exchanged instant messenger, whoever knows what that is, AIM back in the day. Shout out AIM. So that night, we went home, we had our supplies. It turns out the supplies were for him, not for his kids. So he got his supplies. And when we go home, you know, we stayed talking. We ended up staying talking that night. Remember, this is a Tuesday. This is the second day of school. And me and him talked till 5, 6 in the morning, talking everything about each other's lives because we just felt like we had to catch up. We had a long way to go. It's been 9 grades and we don't know anything about each other. But yeah, I think 45 years and he was still in 9th grade. That's what's crazy. All right. And the truth is, I was only answering so he wouldn't kick my butt the next day because, you know, I had like 4 classes with him, so I had to play it safe. Really, throughout the next 4 years in high school, we just became more than friends. This guy, honestly, is my brother. If I had to do something, ever since high school, Jonathan would be involved. I couldn't do it without him. You know, we did everything. We played sports, sleepovers at his dad's house. We destroyed that place. We even skipped school together. Vicky doesn't know that. Sorry, Vicky. I love you. You're my favorite. Okay, where was that by? Oh, okay. Okay, I want to say something about Vicky and Jose. You two became, I don't know where Jose is. Where are you? I'm looking over to the same table. Where's he? Whatever. All right, Vicky and Jose, you guys became my second parents. Vicky, I want to applaud you for being such a wonderful mother that you dedicated your whole life to all 3 of your kids and all the other kids that they brought to your house. You've treated all of us like family. Adele, Gilbert. I feel like I'm one of your kids too, and I really appreciate everything you've ever done for me. You set up an amazing future for your son and your whole entire family. So please give her a round of applause. And to Jose, Jonathan's dad, I'm just going to apologize to him because we messed up his house so much. Every sleepover, you know, it was too much. I make one promise to you. As soon as I buy my first house, you can sleep over as much as you want to make up for all those years. Yes, sir. No, we can't talk about that, Rob. He doesn't know. He sold the house. It's okay. Don't worry about it. All right. So you really both did an amazing job at raising Jonathan. Look at this guy. This guy's, look at him. Look how handsome he is. Just look at the crowd. They love you. Jonathan, I really want to say you're the smartest friend I have. And I know you're willing to do anything you can to get what you want since day one. Still to this day, I haven't found anything that you're not good at, except speaking Spanish. That's why I started in Spanish. He doesn't know what I was saying, so everybody just tell him everything I said later. We don't have time right now. I need to finish this speech. Woo. All right, everybody still listening, right? Yeah, that's right. All right, so enough about that guy over there. Let me talk about Ingrid. And I want to talk about Ingrid because like Jonathan said before, I don't want her to complain about the patriarchy later when we're chilling at the house. Because we know how she gets about the patriarchy. You know what I'm saying? So, the story with Ingrid, back in 2012 when Jonathan and Ingrid met at the music festival that Steven guys educated you guys about, I really didn't know what to think of her. I wasn't there when they met, so I couldn't really make an opinion on what to think about Ingrid. I only knew what he was showing me and how he was telling me how he felt. And everybody knows Jonathan. Everybody knows he's a lover boy. But the way that he spoke about Ingrid, it was different. And from that moment, I knew that something was going to happen. She was trying to break us up, so I was nervous. And it turns out he was right about her. She came into his life at a time that, we had just graduated from high school. He didn't know what he was doing. None of us knew what we were doing. We were going to school because that's what you're supposed to do, but we didn't know what we wanted in our lives. And she came in and she completed what he was missing from his life. And the way that they acted around each other was literally like nobody else. And trust me, they were doing some crazy things that we cannot talk about this at the wedding. But these people are something else.
That's not true, family members. I am an angel.
All right, and the closer they got, obviously, that means I had to get closer to her. Because I'm not losing to her. I'm not going to lose Jonathan. So I want to say the truth. At this point, I really consider Ingrid a sister as much as I consider Jonathan a brother. And Ingrid, I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart that even though I tease you all the time about everything you do, I still think that you're my second smartest friend behind Jonathan, and that there's nothing that is going to stop you from ever doing anything in your life either. Honestly, she's about to graduate law school. That's not easy. We all know the sacrifices she made to get to this point. Not both of them. She was living across the state, and every weekend he would go over. He would do everything possible because there's nothing's gonna stop him. Oh boy. You guys came into this world with one purpose, and that was to find each other and take over the world. There's nothing that's gonna stop you two together. I don't even know if this makes sense, but I threw this in for you, Jonathan. You two are the New York Yankees of love. You're welcome. All right, and I stole one line from a website, but I have to say this. And I told them before, I stole one line because I'm very original. And this is the line. People here today who might have not seen you both will have noticed how there's such a buzz, a beautiful chemistry between you two. What they don't know is that you two look this happy every single day. And I know that because I'm with them every time. And they're always happy, even if I'm there. So that's beautiful. So right now, I want everybody to please join me and raise your glasses. You can stand up if you want. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. It'd be better if you stand up so it looks more beautiful. I want to say a toast. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. I really appreciate, and the whole entire Pujol family and Ingrid's family as well. Everybody that came here tonight, you guys came a long way, even if it's from Kendall. We love all of you for coming, and we appreciate everything you guys did to support their marriage. Please, guys, let's raise our glasses and toast. Cheers to Jonathan and Ingrid's life forever and ever. You know what's crazy?
And up next, we're going to have the maid of honor, Destiny Aguilera. She wanted to say a few words, so...
I have to say there is no better feeling than watching your best friend get married. Now, Jonathan, you may have been the one to give her the ring and give her happily ever after, but I will always be the one to be her first love. But in all seriousness, when I first heard about Jonathan, I told Ingrid that he was sent from the universe. I told Ingrid that he was specifically meant for her, and on this day, I absolutely believe that with my whole heart. I still believe that to this day. If anyone knows Ingrid besides her sisters, it is me, and there's no one on this earth that fits her the way that Jonathan does. Thank you. I think you guys fit each other. I told you that before. Everything and anything. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you.
I can stand up here and tell you millions of stories about how Ingrid was the best and about her obsession with robbers to her putting us on her feet and flying us like a plane. Aw, so cute. And to the point where she said she didn't even believe in marriage. So that was a couple of years. Yeah, so when we met Jonathan, my first impression of Jonathan was he's this moody artist, and he's probably like really boring or something. Like he just looked like he wore eyeliner all the time. He doesn't. That's just his face. It's okay. It's good. It's good. And when Ingrid got proposed to, of course, I was totally elated. I was jumping around. I was like, oh my gosh, we proved you wrong. Woo! And a couple of weeks later, Jonathan came up to us. He was like, girls, I didn't even ask you. Do you approve? And I looked at Jonathan. I was like, are you dumb? Like, obviously. Jonathan has been like a second brother to us. And he's so great. And he's perfect for Ingrid. They're just like the same amount of quirky. So it's good. And they liked my reading. So it's an A+ for me.
You did a great job.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, I didn't write anything, but I just want to say a couple of words that, shush. Okay, the first time I saw Jonathan, he was really cute, and I asked if he had a brother, but to no good, he didn't have one, so sucks for me. But I really liked Jonathan from the start. I thought he was amazing for Ingrid, and I wouldn't want any man sitting next to her today. And for Ingrid, she's my sister, and I love her unconditionally. And
yeah, she'll never admit that.
Yeah, and I have a couple of messages for the both of them. Okay, so the first one is for the both of them. It says, love isn't perfect. It isn't a fairy tale or a storybook, and it doesn't always come easy. Love is overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, fighting to be together, holding on, never letting go. It is a short word, easy to spell, difficult to define, and impossible to live without. Love is work, but most of all, love is realizing that every hour, every minute, every second of it was worth it because you did it together. And I have a message for Ingrid. It says, to my sister, if you ever need a shoulder to cry on, I am here for you. If you ever need someone to laugh and share memories with, I am here for you. If you ever just want someone there without ever saying a word, I am here for you, because in the truth of it all, I will one day need you for those very same things, and you know why. It would be easy because, dear sister of mine, we're family and I love you. I'm not done yet. I have a message for you. Yes. Okay, and my last message is to Jonathan. It says, brother-in-law, from the first day I met you, I knew you'd be my friend. I knew that I could count on you no matter what life sends. You always have time to listen and time to give and share. By all your words and actions, you show you really care. I know you love my sister. Your dreams are coming true, and no one deserves it any more than you. As a brother-in-law, you're great. As a friend, you're the best. To have you in our family makes us all so truly blessed.